Yeah, so I just wanted to hop on here today and talk about self-love. Um, I had just listened to a video by somebody who I recently had a session online with. His name's Todd Bryson. Um, he's an Akashic Records practitioner. He was talking about self-love, and kind of got me thinking. As I was listening to it, I was making making some chamomile tea with lemon and some manuka honey that I got at TJ Maxx, actually, if you're into that sort of thing. But I just really wanted to talk about self-love as it's not something that people talk about on the daily. They really I find it actually as a concept to bring up around people. Is my candle lit? Yes. It's just burning like crazy. Ouch. Anyway, sorry about that. It's self-love is an active thing. It's there's so much that you can do in your daily life to actively give yourself the love that you need. And I haven't always loved myself. I mean, I guess on a higher level, I always have loved myself. On levels that I really wasn't aware of. Obviously enough to keep me alive, to get me to a point where I could find that love within myself, and begin to cultivate it and nurture it, and to let it grow within me, consciously. But as I was making my tea, and I had just had a fresh pomegranate a little bit before I made the tea, because I had gone grocery shopping tonight. I love going grocery shopping for fresh produce, making fresh food, big salads. If you're somebody who's like, I want to eat healthy, but and I want to be healthier, or I want to lose weight, like, these are all good things. But a lot of the time, people don't start because they don't know where to start. I was 230 pounds in up until January of 2021, I believe, is when I decided that I was going to make that change. And yeah, for years I just allowed myself progressively to just unfold and unravel, just living unconsciously, eating unconsciously, putting things in my body unconsciously. Yeah, I mean, there's an awakening that occurred, that needs to occur if you want to change, if you want to enact and bring about change within yourself and within your life. It's a process of becoming more conscious. It's funny, and as you start to become more conscious, like, I feel like I'm like a bit of a hippie now, like, but it's who I've always been at my core. Like, I've always been this, like, loving, compassionate, caring person. Yeah. Acne pops up still here and there. Got these. But it's just a byproduct. Like I put a lot of castor oil, coconut oil into my hair. Take care of myself best that I can. Could I do more to this day? Yes, absolutely I could. For a while I was doing yoga regularly. And, last 6 months I'd say I've just gotten into this pattern of just waking up in the morning, getting in my car, and going to DoorDash, going to Instacart, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, depending on the day. But that's something that I want to be more conscious of, like that I want to address is it feels unconscious. It feels like I'm unconsciously just getting in my car and just going because I feel like that's how I contribute. That's my contribution. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay to DoorDash or work, whatever it is you do. There's nothing wrong with doing it, every day even. But where I get into trouble is when I start doing things. When I get into that routine of just and I'm very aware of it, just getting up and going. It's like, where's the intention in that? I can definitely be more intentional about my time and my energy, and my body feels the repercussions of it. My body is, sore. My back is from when I got heavy. I developed back problems, and I feel like some swelling, some inflammation that I do my best to curb through nutrition. But even then, sometimes I go unconscious with my diet. Like I went grocery shopping tonight, and I picked up a bunch of fresh food, that I like. I'm gonna make salad tomorrow. My intention is to kind of detox myself from I haven't been eating so much processed food lately, but I want to, I do believe there is something to food. The foods that we eat have energy, is energy. Everything is energy. Everything in this world is energy. Everything in this world and not in this world is energy. The entire universe. Everything. I am energy. So I really do believe that each food that we eat carries certain energy. And I've been listening to this channel, Cryon, channeled by Lee Carroll, for years. 2020, I came across Cryon, and he has thousands of hours of channeled. I don't know about thousands, but I mean, he's got a lot of videos on YouTube. He's like one of the pioneers in the channeling community. He's channeled for the United Nations, the Dalai Lama, like kind of a heavy hitter in that community. But he talks about the innate body, which is the body's innate intelligence, which is what keeps us alive if we ever lose, if we have an injury where our brain shuts off. Your body's innate intelligence is what will keep your heart pumping, because there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint to the innate, and that the innate is connected to the pineal gland, which is essentially a bridge to the higher self. And the language used to communicate to and with the innate intelligence or the higher self through the pineal gland is intuition. So when when I was heavy and I was on drugs and I was just living very unconsciously, I wasn't aware of these things. I wasn't aware of when you go into a grocery store and you walk around and you feel the energy of, like, you start the concept of feeling energy, checking in with yourself to see, before you consume something, whether it be food, whether it be another person's energy, whether it be, a new job that you're moving into or a new place or anything. Checking in with, how does this resonate with me? And yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, fresh food, and not all fresh food is created equal. I mean, when I go to Walmart, I just won't go to Walmart. I'll go to Walmart. That's the closest store to me. I will go there if I absolutely need something and I don't feel like driving 10 minutes to the next closest store. Wegmans is great. It's where I get it's where I get all my produce. But when I walk into a Walmart, even in the produce section, where that's going to be the healthiest stuff in the store, that's going to be where, all of that food is alive, it's fresh. I don't get a good gut feeling when I walk into a Walmart. Excuse me. When I hold their produce, I feel like it's been altered. I feel it doesn't sit right with me, and it doesn't make me feel good to be around it. When I walk into a Wegmans, and this is, shout out Wegmans, they're a great store, but, like, that's not the point of what I'm trying to say here is, like, screw Walmart. And what I'm saying is, your body, you have to listen to your body. And as we're moving into this new, I would say, new dispensation of energy, coming out of the old paradigm, the old world of separation that I've talked about before. It's so important. Like, that's going to be the language of the future, is intuition. Like, it's going to be the way of things. It's our higher wisdom. It's our higher self. That's where the connection is made. I don't know. I'm still trying to grasp a lot of this stuff. Like in the Akashic Record deep dive that I did with Todd Bryson, he told me that he's like, he said that my third eye is ready to open, and that's cool to hear. But, like, he had asked me, what's my imagination like? How good am I at imagining things? And, like, honestly, it's difficult sometimes. It's easier now that I'm clean and sober completely. Like, I don't even eat gummies anymore. Like, it's easier to imagine things because I feel as though I'm more clear, more receptive, more tuned in to the subtle frequencies that I couldn't access when I was eating gummies every day. And and here's another tangent. Cannabis. It's like this. I think it's good for spiritual development to a point. The way that I would describe it is, for me, it opened a door for me to walk through that I needed at one point to allow me to experience beyond the normality of my consciousness. It did. It served a purpose to kind of open the door to spirituality for me. But recently, about a month ago, I was just like, yeah, I felt like there was a ceiling because I was, eating gummies every day, like habitual. And I do think that, contrary to what people say, it is habit forming. Absolutely. Now, I don't think it's not poisonous, and it's not, it's nowhere near, it's not what alcohol is, but it is a drug. It's a drug that I think needs to be respected. Like, it's a very powerful thing, and it's more powerful than people realize. Like, yeah, you might smoke and you might get high and be like, oh, I'm super high, but I'm fine. You do that enough times consistently, you will get to a place where you don't realize how closed off, how unreceptive you may be to the more subtle frequencies. That's how I felt. I felt like I would take a gummy. It got to a point where, like, I would take a gummy and I would just get tired. Just like, and I would try to relax and meditate, but I could literally feel like my energy like expand a little bit, and then it would stop, and I couldn't get past that point. Like, my energy field would stay small, and it's not a great feeling. We want to feel expansive. We want to feel expansive, because that's what consciousness does. That is the nature of consciousness, is to expand. So, and now I'm at a point in my life where I understand the respect. I'm beginning to really understand the respect that, and the responsibility that I have to my own to consciousness, to being a consciously expanding individual. It's a funny word. I am an individuated soul, as we all are. Of the one. But until I get to that point where I know myself as the creator, till I realize my oneness with all things, I'm not gonna beat myself up over these words. I catch myself because I'm aware of how little. I'm aware of how much I'm aware that there's much that I don't know. And even as I'm speaking here, what feels true, what I'm saying is true right now, may not be true in time as I expand and I grow. Take a sip of this tea. That is good. Yeah, man. Did I make any sense in this? Nobody watched my last video, and that's cool. I'm figuring it out. I got my iPhone here, and I got my Yeti microphone. So, I think that things are going to be okay. I'm actually looking at my face sideways. I got my computer over here, linked to my iPhone, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, I'm going to call it a stop for now, and I don't know. Thanks for listening. Love you.